Good morning. My plan today was to go out to shoot some waterfall here in Belgium. It's one of those little creeks that we have here. But when I came to the location I wanted to go, I just found this winter wonderland with some frost and a light dusting of snow. So I don't think I'm really going to make a video about the waterfall, but I'm just going to shoot a little bit today. So I'm quite close to the road behind me, as you can see. But this is a tree I've shot before, but never in these conditions. It really stands out now. It has a kind of a weird shape. But there's a lot of water here in the foreground. I can't go to the place I normally go without having wet feet. So I have to be a little bit creative at the moment. So I might try to get a reflection of that tree here in the foreground. But I don't know how it will work out. I will try to take a shot and you will see it. So I put three trees at the left hand side of the image, and then the one tree that I really want in the shot on the right hand side. I hope it's balanced enough, but as far as I can see, it's pretty nice. So here's the shot. I just took another picture, the same location, of the same trees on the left hand side, the dark ones, but with a little pine tree framed up between the other trees. I just have to make sure that the pine tree itself, the little small pine tree, is... I was here a few weeks ago, did the same composition for a video that I have now, but my microphone died. It was also very rainy. And it wasn't really the best of time for the microphone, but I'm here again, and I must say the conditions today are way better than they were a few weeks ago. Even though it was autumn back then, I still prefer the light dusting of snow here. There are a few shots I want to take you through here. One is of the S-curve. I actually really want to get to the other side, but there's no real way to get there. If you go on the other side, there's a little road, but it's really swampy to get there, so you need like boots or waders or something. I don't have them, so I have to be happy with this at the moment. Maybe one day I can get to the other side, maybe cross over there, because I think the composition will even be much stronger on the other side. So the first composition I want to take is of the creek going like an S-curve with the trees in the back. The second composition I want to take is of the creek over there, where you can really get close to the water and have it like a really nice foreground element. The thing that's a little bit difficult here is to get high enough. I might even come back up to the level that you guys are on now, because it gives me a little bit more elevation, and it also makes that you can see the whole river instead of like a little piece. I came up back to the top of the canyon, if you want to call it that, because I was too low. I couldn't see a lot of the creek at the place I was at, so I chose to come back up and to see if I could get everything in frame. And I can, apart from one little small part of the river. I came back up. So I came back up to the top of the little canyon, or however you want to call it, because at the bottom I couldn't see the whole of the river flowing, and I really wanted that in my shot. I also have to extend my tripod to the fullest here because I couldn't get everything in, and still there's a little part that isn't really visible from here. Also, I brought a little secret weapon, which isn't that secret if you do landscape photography. We are still in the morning, but even though it's the morning, the water has a lot of glare. So I will put on the polarizer just to get the glare a little bit off the river. Normally I don't really mind having a lot of glare, but because I'm now higher than the water is, it's really difficult to see where the little cascades are. So I will put it on and it will make a difference. I will switch the camera on and show you the difference between with and without the polarizer. So I will take the shot now, and then I will see you guys at the bottom, because we need to take the shot with a nice cascade in the foreground, and then we'll move up a little bit more onto the mountain here in Belgium and get some shots there. You guys are now on the 24 to 105 because I needed to switch lenses because 24 millimeters wasn't wide enough for the shot back there, and also for the shot here it's better to have like a super wide angle. The last shot, I don't know how it will turn out, but we'll see. With some magic and Lightroom it might get where I want it to be. Now here it's really beautiful. You have this first cascade, and then at the back you have another cascade coming through some logs. So this is one of those other places, like the last video I said, a place that I found myself without Instagram. This is one as well. Pure luck. I had to stop to pee, and there's like a little outcrop on the road. I could park there, and then I saw this business, so I'm quite happy that I found it. I took some really great shots here already, but never with some snow, because normally when it really snows here, the road it will get plowed and there's no place to park here, or you have to like walk quite a bit through the snow on the road where they are driving like 90 kilometers an hour. So not my cup of tea. So I will take the shot. I think it will come out great. I shoot my waterfalls at 0.3 or 0.4 of a second. I don't really like the really silky smooth water. I like that there's a little bit of texture still in the water. It even can be a shorter shutter speed if necessary, to get that effect of a little bit more of contrast and not that silky smooth stuff. It has its place, has its time, but I don't really like it. That's not for me. So I hope you enjoyed this shot as well. The biggest part of today has been driving around, chasing fog, but I ended up, it will be the last location I shoot today, in a pine forest. It's a little bit of a higher elevation. The mist is still a little bit lingering on. We have a lot of these pine woods here in Belgium. They were all planted like a few decades ago for the mining industry, because they used them as studs in the mine shafts, and because pine wood has the ability to make a cracking sound before it collapses. They chose this over oak or any other kind of wood. They're also hunting around here, so hopefully I don't get shot, but normally they have to stay away from the roads like 200 or 500 meters, so I won't be in real danger. And this is a communal forest, so I don't think anyone will get permits to hunt here. So I will take a few shots here. I like this forest because it has like big trees, but also saplings and the undergrowth, which sometimes gives a nice contrast between the big and the small trees, like family pictures, almost like the grandparents with the grandchildren and stuff. So I will look around. I'll come back to you if I find something. So I just framed up my first shot here in that pine forest. It's these small saplings in the undergrowth with the tall trees in the background and also scattered around. That gives a lot of depth to the shot. What I do like to do is change the white balance when taking these pictures, because I was just at the river and that was like brown water and I like the more warm tones there, but here it is a snowy scene and I really like that it's cold, so I opt for colder tones. And it doesn't really matter if you change the white balance in your camera, because it's something you can change afterwards anyways. If you're shooting raw, it's not baked into the file, so it doesn't really matter if you change it during a photo shoot or in between shots even, just to see how the image will end up. I would say try it yourself just to see the difference in temperature in images and how that can change the shots that you're making. So I'm framed up. I will show you on the back of the camera. There's a lot of contrast in the shot. You have the brown trunks and then the white of the snow. Also, it's quite monochrome. A lot of the tones in the shot are green. You have the trunks that have this moss on them that are green, but also the undergrowth has a little green touch to it. So there are only two colors in the shot. It's green and it's white. What I said about changing the white balance, if you look now, it's way too green or too warm, but if you change it back to daylight, it is more what I'm looking for in these kinds of shots with the snow. In my mind I can say, well, okay, this is how the frame will end up looking. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind the changing of the color temperature, and why I do it and why I will keep doing it. So here's the shot. So I'm only a few feet from the last shot, and I framed the same tree up with some other trees left and right of it. It creates this nice kind of depth because it's like a kind of an arrow pointing to the tree that I just shot. So I really like this composition. I will take this one, and then there's one other shot that I really want to take of a group of trees I took a few years ago. I called the family portrait. You will see why. And then I will call it a day because I have baby duties. So let's go to the other shot. Shot that I was mentioning with the family tree, it doesn't work anymore. The saplings have become way too big to have this kind of nice harmony. I will put a picture up now that you can see what I mean. They just became too tall, but I scoured around a little bit and found my last image for today. it's the same kind of idea with this image. You have a few of these bigger pine trees with the small ones in the back. What I like is that there's one that's closer by, one bigger tree, and then there's one with a nice curve. So yeah, it's a quite simple shot. I will take it, show it to you. That was the last image of today. I really hope you enjoyed the video today. If you liked the video and like me making these pictures, you always can subscribe. I really would appreciate it if you do. You also can like, give me a comment, tell me which picture you like the most and why. And I hope to see you on the next one. My next video will be in the studio. I'm making a little home studio. Nothing too fancy. It will be about post-processing of an image, or my top tip when I'm editing woodlands. That's for next time. So hope to see you then. Give it a thumbs up and see you next time. Bye.